Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to cover the two series that took place in the LPL earlier this morning and then preview tomorrow's pair of matchups as we go through the LPL summer placements, fearless draft, and all that. 2-0 in predictions, both easy 2-0s for these squads. I thought RNG would put up more of a fight. They didn't. And Top Esports just ran rare at them pretty much. I mean, for 90% of it, they were in control quite handily. So, Series 1. Very slow games, by the way. Early game, especially in Team We RNG, very slow. So one play each side. Team We would find a way to punish Wei in the jungle in the early game, and then RNG also went to the bot side and helped Wanfeng and Ming out. Ming actually played. I thought the bot lane of RNG played pretty solid in this one. Ming in particular had an Alistar engage. I forget which game it was. That was very. Honestly, it was great, well-timed. I think it might have been Game 2, Level 1, that really set the lane in motion for RNG. But regardless, Game 1, Team We took all 6 grubs. They took Rift Herald. They're in a good position at the end of laning phase. Fofo very strong on the Tristana. It ends at 13 minutes, 200 gold lead for Wayward and Hung, but a 1.1k gold lead for Fofo in mid over Tangwan. Very strong game, 2 series. Jesus Christ, 2 games from Fofo. Tangwan not even dealing as much DPM as Wei in this one. 3 Drakes to 1. RNG did prioritize Drakes, but that didn't make a difference, as Team We took the only Baron with a 2100 gold power play and would win. And it's kind of funny because Team We were so far ahead in gold that RNG had a 21 CS lead in the bot lane duo, but didn't have a gold lead. So in the end, CS can only matter so much. If you're behind in gold, then you're behind in gold. Game 2, RNG ahead quite a bit and through it. So they had like a 4k gold lead, maybe even 5k gold lead, but Fofo turned this around. He had 2 solo kills in the mid to late game that really ended up giving Team We an opportunity to take a Baron, and then not only that, then win the game in the end. So, what do I have here? No, RNG took both Barons. Karthus. Regardless, Fofo gave them a chance. There's a reason for this, because RNG took 2 Barons, and I have it mislabeled here, but properly labeled over here. And actually came out negative. If you take away the 1525, the 1,525 gold a team gets automatically taking Baron with 5 people alive, RNG actually come out negative 1,752 between the two. Both Barons they took, not helping them. But laning phase ended about 14 minutes. 500 gold lead for RNG in terms of top lane ZDZ, Wei, and then Tangwan. ZDZ had a 24 CS lead over Wayward. Bot lane duo significantly ahead. Wanfeng and Ming with a 2v2 kill. 1.8k gold lead for them and a 45 CS lead. So RNG's bot duo did get the better of LP and Mark, in my opinion. But either way, they were able to take these 2 Barons but couldn't do anything with them. Fofo getting a timely solo kill, I believe, around the first Baron. And then the second time, really sealing the deal. Drake's 4-2 in favor of Team We. RNG took Elder, so that is what it is. Grub split 3-3. Team We did take the Rift Herald. What else do we have here? This series is sticking out more than this one, and it shouldn't be, because that was slightly more competitive because of the comeback in Game 2 by our Team We due to Fofo's Wei. Fofo was MVP easily of this one. He led in damage with 31%. He had 2 solo kills going 9-1 and 12. Mark, deathless with 17 assists. In terms of stats for this entire series, Team We, 9 grubs to 3, took both Rift Heralds. Drakes were 5-5. Power plays and penalty kill going in favor of Team We, because RNG actually had negative power plays. I went over Team We's stats. In terms of laning phase, RNG's bot lane come out ahead, 750 gold on average and 33 CS on average. Like I said, very dominant out of them. The only advantage for Team Wii in laning phase was in mid lane due to Fofo being ahead in game 1 so much, averaging 300 gold and a 9 CS lead. Wanfang, the star, I guess you could say star of RNG in this one, going 4, 4, and 2, 29% of damage in the loss with that 2v2 kill. Interesting drafts from RNG. They did draft Diana in game 1 as an example. Series 2. So, Rare Atom, Top Esports. Top Esports, like I said, were, dominant in 90% of this. Asum had a really, really great mid to late game on Kog'Maw in game 1. Gave them a slight opportunity, but Mako kind of slapped their wrist, said, this is not happening, by being able to smite the Baron with an Ornn on possessing Spellbook as a ruin. So, that was, Mako kind of saved the day. Mako's probably MVP of this one. He had 2v2, actually had a solo kill in game 1 on Asum, diving under turret during a fight at Rift Herald, and then getting a 2v2 kill in game 2 on Leona, Jackie Love on the Ziggs. But regardless, game 1, slow. Rare Atom went top lane once, 369 was playing Mordekaiser, and then mid lane, Top Esports will go mid in the first 12 minutes. At the end, at 12 minutes, 369 had a 1k gold lead, 23 CS lead. Cream, 700 gold and 16 CS. And then the bot lane of Top Esports up 2.1k gold and 31 CS. Very dominant lead out of Top Esports. But despite having all this, despite having 3 grubs and a Rift Herald, and taking the Drakes, they would take the Drakes 4-0. Asum was able to turn that mid-game team fight, get a solo kill onto Jackie Love as well. And they almost took the Baron. And he had a Quadra. I think it was a Quadra around the Baron pit. But Mako, when everyone starts respawning and everything else, and there's, despite Rare Atom having an advantage in starting it up, Mako came to the rescue, was able to smite it, and they were able to turn the game after that, and Rare Atom the wind was out of their sails, if you will, for the entirety. 369 had a solo as well, towards the end of the game, if I recall. I think actually when they tried to end, he took Asum into the Void Realm, or whatever you call his, the Shadow Realm of Mordekaiser's ultimate, which took away the only threat Rare Atom had as Top Esports ended the game. Game 2, very similar story, a 4 or 5k gold lead at the end of laning phase, which was at 11:30. Top Esports would go topside twice. Both teams would take a trip mid. But at 11:30, 369 a 1.6k gold lead. TN 1.4k. In the bot lane of Jackie Love Mako ahead 2k. Vikla on the Yone did somehow have a 300 gold lead and 6 CS, I think in part due to the fact that he had the only kill Rare Atom had at that point. Mako, solo kill. Cream would have a solo kill in this one. All 6 grubs would go to Top Esports. They took the Rift Herald. Rare Atom did take a Drake, but this was a 22-minute banger because, hell, it ended at 21:50. So there were no Barons, and there weren't a ton of Drakes. Top Esports took 2, but they didn't need to take any more than that. Just ending the game. Like I said, they ran them over. Totals from this series: 2 plays for Rare Atom, 4 for Top Esports in the laning phase. Other things to note: 369 averaging a 1300 gold lead and 13 CS. TN 750 and 21. And the bot lane duo of Jackie Love Mako, 2050 gold and 20 CS themselves. Grubs and Herald all going to Top Esports, 9 and 2. 6-1 in Drakes. Their one power play, which they had in game 1, was a powerful 4,000 gold power play. So that, of course, that was I think that ended the game. Star of the show, Mako going 3-1-21, 2 solo kills or 2v2 kills. Cream had a solo kill of his own, leading in damage, going 11-4-19 with 33%. Asum, 2 kills, whether it be a solo or a 2v2, going 6-4-2, 31% of damage in the loss. 369 also with a solo kill. Preview for tomorrow. So, OMG LNG will start us off. They haven't started playing yet this summer. Last time they played, LNG would win 2-0, and technically in game 1 of that 2-0, all 10 of the starters for tomorrow are the 10 starters that will play All the 10 starters for tomorrow were the 10 starters that played in that one. Starry was then replaced by Abel in Game 2. Starry is now the starter 100%. Scout would lead the way in that victory, going 8-0-2, 40% of damage in mid lane. Angel 0-2-1, 31% of damage in the loss. That matchup is a tight one. I think that there are solid players all over the Rift, especially on the side of LNG. But OMG have no slouches, and Angel and PP God and Starry now getting an opportunity to be the starter. We'll see how he does with this opportunity. Weibo, IG, both have already started playing. So Weibo lost to Nip 2-1 yesterday. IG lost to Ultra Prime 2-1. Last time they played was in spring playoffs. Weibo would actually win that 3-2. IG swapping out junglers in that one with Tianjin and Lan. Lan almost pulling off the reverse sweep. And that is the one of many differences. So IG no longer have either jungler on their starting roster. 4 of the 10 starters from that series remain the same. 3 on Weibo with Xiaohu, Light, and Crisp. And then on, in the case of IG, is the only holdover. The 80 carry matchup, Light went 26 and 24 with 24% of damage in the win. I think he was the third highest DPM on the team. To give you kind of perspective on who was the carry, I think it was ZDZ. He had like 800 DPM in that one. On 20, 14, and 14, 26% of damage and loss. Something to think about. I believe, if I recall correctly, IG had some solid control of Drakes yesterday against Ultra Prime. Excuse me, that could be very wrong. Either way, they definitely I shouldn't say definitely, but there's a good chance they had more Drakes than Weibo had. Weibo only got 1 Drake against Nip across 3 games. That's something to note. If IG can keep control of the bot side of the Rift, can Weibo get away with giving away all those objectives? They have the better players, but once again, IG have a lot of young stars that, we don't know much about. We got to give them some respect, give them an opportunity to succeed. Zuan had 2 solo kills into Ching Tian, and Ching Tian is not like an elite top laner by any means, but he's not terrible either. He's not he's not an LDL player in my opinion. Ching Tian is an LPL level top laner, so Zuan getting two solo kills is something to note. GLFS, his Nidalee was solid. Now Tarzan, we'll see if he can get on board with Xiaohu. Xiaohu struggled into rookie, but into Nenny, it should be a little more competitive. And then the bot lane duos, I'm giving that to Weibo. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.